The Pakistan government is setting a dangerous precedent. In surrendering to terrorists, it is brokering peace accords with terror organizations on its soil by giving in to their demands. In the latest, Islamabad and local terror group known as the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan agreed to a one-month ceasefire, opening up new avenues to end years of bloodshed. A government spokesman said that the month-long ceasefire may be extended if the two sides agreed to it. The TTP is also known as the Pakistani Taliban, though they are a separate movement from the Afghan Taliban. The TTP have fought for years to overthrow the government in Islamabad. The Taliban government in Kabul was a key facilitator of the peace talks. While there have been numerous failed attempts to reach peace agreements in the past, the latest breakthrough came only after the victory of the Afghan Taliban in August. Both the TTP and Islamabad admitted that the interim Taliban government had helped to facilitate negotiations.
मुज़ाकरात की पेशरफ्त को सामने रखते हुए सीज़ फायर यानी फायरबंदी में तोसी होती जाएगी। इन मुज़ाकरात में अफ़गानिस्तान की अथॉरिटीज़ यानी जो अबूरी हुकूमत है उन्होंने सहूलतकार का किरदार अदा किया है और यकीनी तौर के ऊपर ये बात बहुत खुश आइंद है कि पाकिस्तान के ये इलाके एक तवील अरसे के बाद मुकम्मल अमन की तरफ बढ़ रहे हैं।
In return for declaring a countrywide truce, the Pakistan government agreed to the release of some TTP terrorists as part of the confidence-building measures. The two sides have also agreed to form negotiation teams that will take the process forward. The TTP operates from Afghan areas bordering Pakistan, and since the Taliban government has come to power, in particular Sirajuddin Haqqani of the Haqqani network, the TTP attacks have increased. There have been at least 21 attacks carried out by the TTP since the 15th of August alone. The TTP is best known for its attempt to kill Malala Yousafzai, the schoolgirl who went on to win the Nobel Prize for promoting girls' education. But it is also responsible for killing thousands of both military personnel and civilians over the years. In fact, it claimed responsibility for a bomb blast that killed 4 soldiers in North Waziristan just this Saturday. It is on a US State Department list of foreign terror organizations and is known for following the harshest version of Sharia. The agreement comes just days after Islamabad reached an accord with another terror group called the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan or TLP after weeks of violent clashes. Following the peace deal, the TLP announced that it was ending its sit-in after over a week. Protesting TLP workers had reached Wazirabad on the 29th of October, primarily demanding the expulsion of the French ambassador over blasphemous sketches of Prophet Muhammad, the release of its chief, Hafiz Saad Hussain Rizvi, and taking the TLP off Pakistan's list of terror organizations, also unfreezing its accounts and assets. The Imran Khan government has agreed to at least half of the TLP's demands in order to secure peace, but Pakistan is home to several terror groups, and by giving in to demands from 2 of them already, the Imran Khan government is setting a worrying template for the rest. And for more on these developments, we earlier spoke to Ahmad Shaheen, a senior journalist from Pakistan. Listen in to the perspectives that he shared with us.
It disappoints me as a Pakistani that my government has been and is negotiating with the terrorists. But let's look at what the rest of the world is doing as well. I'm not trying to be apologetic. Of course, I talk more about Pakistan because it hurts me more that Pakistan is negotiating with terrorists, asking terrorists for peace treaties. I'm not saying let's go and blow them up, but I'm saying as they are impeding on the human rights, you cannot negotiate with people who are murdering, killing, robbing, abducting, and at the same time being the good guys. So I'm very disappointed with Pakistan, and I always am very outspoken about, the Tehreek-e-Labbaik Pakistan, the Tehreek-e-Taliban Pakistan, and other fascist or extremist or terrorist organizations that Pakistan negotiates with and agrees to their terms. But it's not just Pakistan this time. if we look at what happened, how the Taliban were able to control the whole of Afghanistan within a time of a snap, how quickly I can snap my fingers, everybody has a role in it. Everyone, every country that we can think of looked out for their economic interests, be it China, be it India, be it Pakistan, be it US, be it Russia. Everyone was betting on the horse that was supposed to win.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.